Good evening, I'm Chip Pixel, your simulated news anchor. And it's season 2 of Simulated News, and yes, the simulation did reboot. How can we tell? Well, in our top story, the United States just reinstalled some old software. Donald Trump is president again. That's right, folks. A glitch in democracy's matrix has brought back the 45th president for a non-consecutive round 2. It's like America opened a time capsule from 2016 and said, sure, let's do this one more time. Talk about nostalgia. Trump 2.0 was sworn in this January, and he's wasting no time making news. He held his first cabinet meeting in virtual reality, beaming everyone into a gilded metaverse boardroom, reportedly so he could feel at home with both himself and his favorite tech gimmicks. Insiders say he spent 20 minutes trying to get his VR avatar's hair just right. In related news, the White House has added a new position, Twitter X correspondent. Apparently, the president's 3 a.m. posts needed their own communications team. At least now when a tweet storm hits, we know someone soberish is on duty to translate. Across the pond in the UK, a bizarre reversal of fortune. British voters actually opted for less chaos. In a July election, they handed Labour's Keir Starmer a landslide victory, ending 14 years of Conservative rule. After a parade of prime ministers who lasted about as long as a head of lettuce, the Brits chose the most blandly competent option available. Now Britain has a leader so steady and drama-free that tabloids are struggling to find something to panic about. Enjoy the calm while it lasts, UK. In this simulation, quiet is an anomaly. Meanwhile, the tech industry continues to live in a dystopian comedy. Major companies have been shedding employees faster than NPCs vanishing after a side quest. April alone saw over 23,000 tech workers laid off, and roughly the population of a small town, poof, deleted. The biggest cut came from Intel, which decided the best way to improve chip performance was to delete 20% of its human workforce. Apparently, transistors work better when middle management isn't hogging the coffee machine. Of course, every CEO responsible promptly insisted these cuts will make the company more efficient and focused. Right, because nothing says efficiency like having one person do the job of 5 and still finding time to cry in the bathroom. Even the NASDAQ Tech Index took a hit amid all this efficiency, dropping over 9% as investors realized gutting your talent might not be a long-term strategy. On the bright side, toaster sales are up, presumably because thousands of ex-programmers are home making avocado toast, wondering where it all went wrong. In Washington, Congress recently held a hearing about artificial intelligence, which went about as well as you'd expect. Senators took turns grilling tech experts with hard-hitting questions like, why does my iPhone only show me cat videos? One senior lawmaker demanded to know if ChatGPT can fix his printer jam. Another asked if AI could help Congress understand TikTok dances. The AI politely pleaded the fifth. The bipartisan consensus. Artificial intelligence must be regulated right after one of us figures out how to open this PDF. Truly inspiring leadership. On the internet this week, serious discourse has reached its peak. People are passionately debating whether 100 average men could beat a gorilla in a fight. Yes, this is an actual trending topic. My money's on the gorilla, especially if those 100 guys are the same ones who thought up the scenario. Pro tip, if you find yourself in a 100-to-1 battle with a gorilla, the only winner is the meme economy. Finally, if you needed more proof, we live in absurd times. TikTok's latest beauty trend will do the trick. It's called yarn face makeup. A look where people literally glue yarn to their faces to resemble a creepy vintage doll. That's right, influencers are spending hours turning themselves into Raggedy Ann's uncanny cousin. The results are equal parts nostalgic and nightmare fuel. One viewer said it made them want to both learn crochet and call an exorcist. On the bright side, it's the perfect makeup for robbing a bank and knitting the getaway car a nice sweater. And that's the news from our simulated reality tonight. I'm Chip Pixel logging off. Stay sarcastic, stay curious, and watch out for those glitches. Good night.